Hello everyone. Now, till now we have learnt about the types of channel, basically the sender channel, the receiver channel, and the cluster channel, server channel, and the requester channel, and server connection channel, and client connection channel. All type of channel basically we have learnt in detail, and hope it will be clear to you. Now, if you see if you see the channel, there is your option of channel overall channel status. So there are basically different type of channel status. I am going to talk today about this thing. What does basically it means channel status, and how can we basically counter the issue basically in case of channel. So here are some basically I have taken some diagram from the IBM website basically. If you talk about channel basically are basically if you categorize in the in short way, there is basically two channel status is inactive, or you can say that current. Further, if you classify that it is stopped, starting, and retrying, and active. If you further classify active as, then active will be like that. Active will be like that: initializing, binding, switching, requesting, turning, and paused, and then switches, stopping. Don't worry, I am going to cover everything from scratch, so you don't need to worry about that. First, talking about the if we will, if I say in one line what is the channel status, that you point there is a channel will be inactive first. Second will be stopped. Third will be retrying. Third and fourth step will be running. There are mainly four status of the channel. That is the inactive, stopped, retrying, and running. There are apart from there are like the bending, paused. They are the intermediate. You can see these also status of the channel. Now let me go through the one by one of the each what does basically mean. If you're talking about the inactive channel means, let's take example ki there is a there is a channel this, okay? Someone from the source is sending message to this, then channel will be in running state. If we are talking about inactive means like that ki if this channel is in disconnected state, then it is inactive. You can see these all are showing inactive. Inactive means no one is sending message to this, and this is basically no application is currently connected to this. Basically channels checks the source system and see if the source system are currently like that in the position to send message, then it will be basically in the active state or running state. If it is showing if there is no something like that source system, then it will be in inactive state. Let me try to make this as a inactive. Then how can I achieve it? How can I achieve it? Let me first stop it. Let me first try to one more time explain it inactive. Let's take example key in this diagram. Basically if you see, this is basically a sender channel. You can see this is a sender channel. Okay, here a transmission queue is sending message to this channel, transmit this sender channel. Now that's the reason this is in the running state. Let's take example the transmission queue has stopped sending message. Now this sender channel will be disconnected. So in case it is in disconnected state, then it will be inactive. So when the channel will be in disconnected state, then it will be in the case of inactive. Once the message will be sent to the sender channel, then it will be going to again in the state of when when again we are triggering some message from this channel queue to this channel, then it will going to be in the state of, then when again we are saying sending some message from this to this, then it will be going to in the running state. Let me try to show you. Let me first stop this channel. I am stopping this channel. Now channel is in a stop state. So this is basically a stop state. You can see I'm not going to explain it again. Basically, this is called a stopped state. In case of channel is in a stopped, then it is called a stopped state. Let me use the some pencil. If you can see, this is a stopped state basically, and if something is in a stopped state, then it is called a, in case channel is in a stopped state, then it is called a, one of the state is called a stopped state. Now, once we start the channel, we click on starting the channel. Now it is called a starting state. Then it is called a starting, like that we are starting the channel. It's called a starting. We will cover later in a retrying later part. Now let's come to inactive. For inactive, I need to stop the channel first. Now let me stop the channel. I have stopped the channel. Now let me do one thing. Let me first delete the source of this source of this channel. What is the source of this channel? Is the transmission queue. So I am going to delete this transmission queue. So let me delete it. I have deleted this transmission queue. Now after that, you are going to see this channel will be going into inactive state. Let me show you. Now currently in a stopped state. Okay, let me start it. I am not able to start because transmission queue is not there. Now you can see it is going to inactive state. Why inactive state is gone? Because it is now not connected to any of the source system. It is not connected to any of the application. When the channel is not connected to any of the, when the channel is not connected to any of the, we can say that like that, when the channel is not connected to any of the application, then it automatically goes into the disconnected state, and it is going to the disconnect from the other, it is going to disconnect and going to the inactive state. So channel is in when the channel is not in use, when the channel is not connected with the application, then it automatically goes in disconnect state and going to the inactive state. You can see initially it was running, now it is in inactive state. This is basically a small definition of how we can say, how we can check the inactive. So we have covered inactive, we have covered stopped, and if we are start the channel, it is called starting. Now coming to retrying part, how can we achieve the retrying? Now running already, you know that if it is running state, then it is called running. So I have covered the running part also. Now let me cover the retrying part. Let's take a scenario. Let me first create the transmission queue. Let me copy the transmission queue name from here itself, and let me create a transmission. I want to show you retrying state. Let me create the transmission queue first quickly. Local queue. Let me give the name. Next, choose the which is transmission. Finish. Now transmission queue has been created. Now let's clear the all queue for now. Delete. Oh, sorry. I need to clear the queue. It was not supposed to, I'm not supposed to delete. I'm going to clear the queue. Clear message. Clear. Okay. Okay. Now let me start the channel. Channel will, it should be okay now. Now it's initializing. After that, you can see it running. So once the channel will be, you are starting the channel. Once you are starting the channel, it is going to be starting, and after that it is going to be initialize state. After it is going to the running state. In between, there are few things also happen. It might be visible to you, or it might be not visible to you. That depend on the totally how totally it is taken. Now let me go through the retrying. How can we achieve the retrying state of the channel? Now let's see situation. I have a data queue which let me make it is 10. 10 max message queue depth 10, and I have a transmission queue which depth is 5. not 5, it's 5. Now it's okay. I have made a transmission queue whose depth is 5 and deleter queue whose depth is 10, and other queue, that the this queue, basically this queue whose depth is 5. Let me leave it 5. Now what will happen? This queue, remote queue, will send message. Basically this is going to transmission queue from sender channel, it is going to the receiver channel, it is going to this queue. This queue has a basically a depth of 5 only. After 5 it is going to a dead letter queue, and dead letter queue have also a depth of 5 only. After dead letter queue, there is no message not going to be processed, and then channel is going to be in retrying state. So let me show you. Let me trigger some message from here. I'm going to put message from here. Let me send some message. 3 message send, 4 message send. Now fifth message. I just sent fifth message, and all 5 messages should be in this queue. You can see these all 5 messages are here now. Let me clear this queue also. Now all 5 messages here now. Now, but this queue has a depth of 5 only. After 5, it is not going to take message. Now what will happen? It should go to in dead letter queue. But dead letter queue have also a depth of 5. Then see what will happen if I trigger more message. Let me trigger some more message. Let me put to text message. I just keep on on 2, 3 messages I have thrown. Let's see where it is going. Let's refresh the, let's see where it is going. You can see it is going in deleter queue. One message gone in deleter queue. Where the rest gone? Second message also gone in deleter queue, because it is taking time, because it is first coming to local queue. It is not getting a space in local queue. It is not getting a space in local queue. Then it is going in deleter queue. Now third message also came in deleter queue, because once I say why I'm sending message, first it is coming from remote queue, it is going to transmission queue, it is going to sender channel, it is going to receiver channel, it is going to this local queue. Again this local queue checking the space, but it has a 5 left, 5 message capacity, and already 5 message is full. Then it is going to the deleter queue. Now let me try to send 3 more message. Now currently the channel is in running state. You can see it is running state. Now let me try to send some more message. I've sent just 3 more message. Now let's wait for a few minutes. Fourth message came. Let's wait for a few more minutes. Fifth message should also come. Fifth message came. And after that, it is not going to take it, because it is not possible for this queue to take that message, because for this queue capacity is 50 only. Now it is not going to take that message. Now this queue is full. Now check the channel status. Currently it is running. It's okay. Now check the queue, this side queue status. It is also okay. Now let me try to put more message. See what is happening. Let's see. I just thrown some more message. Now you can see this is basically, now this day letter queue is not able to handle this message. Now this letter queue is not able to handle this message, because first this is going to this local queue. First this is going to this local queue. This local queue has a capacity of 5. Then it is taking the 5 message only. After that it is going to this data queue of the QM2. Now this QM2 has a capacity of 5 message only. Now 5 message queue has been full. Now again this is When it is trying to send message, it is saying that my capacity has been full, I am not going to consume the message. Now it is going back to the dead letter queue of the QM1, but all 8 message has been came to dead letter of the QM1. Now this has a capacity of 10 only. Then what will happen? Let's see. I have 8 message. Now it's time to put 2 more message. Okay, let's put 2 more message. Now not 2, let me put 1 more message. Then what will happen? Let's see. I've just thrown 3 message. Now see what will happen. Now it is trying, it will take some time. Currently channel is running state till now. Here with it itself. Sorry. Now here it is 5 itself. So here it. Let me put text, put message. Now here the depth is 10. After that message came to here. Currently channel is running state. Now it's going to retrying state. See, because what will happen? Now it is not going to process more because data of this queue has also pulled, and now there is no, and this is also in system is also not consuming message. In system is also not consuming message, and this data queue also full. Then channel is going into trying state. You can see the channel is in trying state. This channel is active because this is not connected. Now send the channel is inactive, retrying state. You can see once I increase the limit of this queue, data queue, then it will go in the running state. So let me show you. The retrying state is in case of something unhandled exception happens, something the channel is not going to process that message. Then in that case, basically, now you can see channel will be in running state. See, now it is running state because I have increased the limit of the from 10 to 100. Now this is the basically what will happen in the retrying state. This is the retrying state. Now let me explain more about this. I have covered the inactive basically. In case of disconnected state, it is going inactive state. In case of it is in stop state, it is going stop state. In case of we are starting it is going starting state. In case of like that retrying like that, in case of say, channel is not going to more process the message because in system is not consuming the message. In that case, basically channel is going into trying state. Now let me discuss about this thing, this thing one by one. Stopping means if we are stopping the channel, then it is called a stopping. Okay, if it is running state, it is all running. Now coming to pause. Pause means like that. Uh, Pause means we can say that in case like a channel is running and waiting for the message retry interval. If it is waiting for the message retry interval, then it is called a pause state. It is best state between like that running and between running there is a state come. It's called a pause state. In that state like that, it is channel is waiting for the message to retry, and in that time basically channel goes in the pause state. Now whatever the binding, switching, and requesting. Once we start the channel, if you let me start the channel. Once I start, let me stop the channel basically first. Then I'm going to start. Now it is stopped. Once I start the channel, because if you will see, initially it is going in a sliding stage. Then after it is going in it is going in slide state. You can see, and then after that it's going in the running state. Let's just take a scenario. Let me decrease the Q depth to here to the 10 itself. Now take that scenario. Now channel will be in retrying state. Once I put the message, it will be going to retrying state. Let me put it. Text message. Now channel will be going in retrying state. Let me. Currently it is running. It's okay. Retailer to that. It's okay. Connect. Now channel has been going into retrying state because then here the queue, the data letter queue capacity is only up to 10, and now the queue local has been the now here the channel has been going to, because the queue that is pulled, now channel is going to retrying state. Now if I try to start the channel, now see what will happen. It will go in slicing state. After it is going into retrying state. Let me start this channel also, try it. So now in slicing state, not retrying state. Initializing state, in between initializing and running, there is a state came like that. There is a state came like that, binding state. Okay. What has been by binding state basically? Binding state, if you say that like that, binding state like that, it is a between state like that. It used to establish the session so that it can exchange the data. Let me go through this diagram basically. Initially, let's example initially that if the channel is in inactive state, so we can use the, either we can start the start command to start the channel. Either you can start, right click on start to start the channel to make it running, or either you can trigger some data from the source so that it will automatically go in running state. Now once it is in running, uh, once the channel will be once we click on a start basically, or we trigger the data, first it go in the basically initializing state. First state is the initializing state. After that basically it is going in the starting state basically. From starting it is basically goes to the binding state so that you can make the establish the connections, establish the session connections to, so that it can exchange data. Here you are not seeing any binding state because it is happening so fast we are not able to see. After that it goes to the requesting state, and from requesting state it is going to the running state. In case something happen and waiting for the message to retry, then it goes into pause state, and from pause state it will come back to the running state. Now this is basically whole diagram of the channel, and this is the whole structure of the what I explained and through the MQ Explorer. Hope it is clear to you. If you have any doubt, any confusion, you can drop me a mail to the learnpassofficial@gmail.com. We will meet again with the new topic. Hope it will be clear to you. If you have any confusion, you can drop me a mail. You can comment. You can connect with me the Facebook, and you can connect me with the Instagram. You can connect me with the Telegram. There are lots of platforms to connect with me. I am okay with to reply. Hope you're okay with that. Thank you so much. We will again meet. Thank you all.